Welcome back to another Fallout 76 video. Today I want to show you some more locations that I found that really have an amazing view in Fallout 76. So if you find anything helpful, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get right into it. Alright, so for our first location, we're going to be just east of the Palace of the Winding Path. Here on the map, where I put my survival tent, that's pretty much where you want to go. Where I'm standing is exactly where it's at, so it's going to be a little bit of a hike getting over here, but once you do get over here, you have a really great view of everything. Like, I'm talking, you have when it's not as foggy as it is now, of course it'd be foggy when I'm trying to show you, but everything is literally like nice. Like, you can actually see the green forest, you can overlook, everything here, and this place is actually really flat. I'm actually going to build my camp here soon. I'm going to move it from the cranberry bog, so I can't put it here because I have my survival tent over there. But literally you can put it anywhere. You can make it like a cliffside base hanging off the mountain a little bit. You can push it back a little bit, maybe incorporate this shed into something in your build. You don't have to, but it's definitely a really good place. Resource wise, it doesn't have a lot of water or anything really you can actually mine. But it's a pretty good area. It's really flat. I feel like it's definitely one of the most flattest areas that actually has a really good view where you can build a lot. So you want to be as creative as you can, or if you want to be boring and put a box and try to add off of that, definitely up to you. But this is one of my favorite spots that I'm definitely going to build in here, probably in like the next 10 minutes. All right. So for our second location, you're going to look at West Tech and head east, basically, just north of Carewood Mine. And when you do get over here, it is a little bit, of a hike, but when you are here, you have a pretty nice little archway that you can incorporate into your build. Again, you don't have to, but you can always put your camp literally anywhere here, as usual. And whenever I'm trying to find a good camp spot with a good view, I always try to make sure that I can put it anywhere, and I can at least make foundations, maybe level it out a little bit. So that's really what I look for when I'm trying to build at a nice spot. So you could put your camp here, for example, maybe right here on top of that, and then maybe you can even put it out here a little bit and build some foundations outwards a little bit, kind of make it hanging. It might not look the best, but you could always maybe have this as like your entryway. You can literally do whatever you want, be as creative as you want. You could put that maybe for like a little vault storage. That can be like where your vault door can go, make it look like it's actually going into something, or not. It's completely up to you, like I said. But this is also another really good area that I feel like you'd be creative on, and definitely do whatever you wanted to. All right, and so for our next area, we have it just south of Bolton Greens. As you can see, there's somebody built here right now. Isn't really the best looking base, obviously. I thought when I fast traveled over here, it was going to be something a little bit nicer. I'm not trying to talk bad about his build, but it's kind of hanging out there, if you know what I mean. So anyways, this is a really good spot. Nonetheless, you can look over here and you can see like a really good overview of Morgantown. Isn't really too far away, like I said, more of an overlook spot. It looks really nice. There's a little building over here, and this is not the flattest area, so it's gonna it might be a little bit hard to actually build over here. As you can see, it's kind of rocky and uneven, but I imagine you could also kind of try what he did, make it flat a little bit and make this little area flat in this little square rectangle space, where you could definitely try to maybe build up here a little bit. Maybe build, I don't know, maybe on this rock and then kind of tie it in. You could definitely do whatever you wanted over here. It wouldn't be my top spot, but I did want to show it just because it does have a really good view. And obviously, this video is mainly based off of how good of a view you can get. So I figured this one would be a really good spot. And again, it isn't, one of the best spots, but it is one of the best spots when it comes to having a good view. So just thought I'd throw it in here too. Alright, and so for our next one, we have just west of Relay Tower, EMB127. If you go left, you'll basically be under this little mountain area. And when you're here, You will have an encounter of, two random scavengers. So if you don't mind them opening your door, trying to look inside, I've had them, open my doors and peek inside, being a little suspicious in here. So if you don't mind them, you have a good area right here, another area kind of on a cliff overlooking, the whole valley right here. So this is another really good spot. Like I said, it isn't, going to be the flattest area, but it's definitely, kind of flat on this rock a little bit for the most part. But, you really don't have a whole lot of room, but you do have, this is actually a pretty big spot if you look at it. Like that's actually not bad. You can always put stairs coming up here and, do whatever you want. And you are actually by this too, by that relay tower. And you can go over there and get a bunch of, junk, scrap some stuff. There's some scorched over there. I can't remember if scorched or Farragoul is one of them. But you can go, do over there if you have any dailies, take those out. And like I said, I just thought I'd throw this spot in here too. It's another really good spot with a really good view. And you can even maybe throw it down here. Like if you want to put your camp, let's say, yeah, you could always put it like right here, just so you don't have to worry about that cliff over there, the hill going up. You'd always put it right here, and then maybe even build something going down over there. Like I said, completely up to you. Just be as creative as you want. All right, and last but not least, thought I'd show you my camp. This is currently where I'm at right now. Like I said, I'm gonna be moving it up to that other one, the first location that I showed in the video. So I'm going to be, scrapping this camp down, and it's not going to exist anymore. I really like this area a lot, but, I just want to try something different. I like building new camps. I never really stick with one for too long. But this area is a pretty good area. If you look at it, let me see if I can zoom out, go over here like I'm building, and I'll show you, exactly what it looks like. So if you go over here, basically you can see, this is its own little island, pretty much, its own little private island. You can put your camp, I have mine kind of right here in the middle. You can put it on the right side. There's a little silver ore deposit right here you can mine. So if I were to put my camp a little bit more over here, you could mine that. Actually, it's right over where my camp is, not this part. It's right over where my camp is. I built over it. I didn't really care to mine it. But as you can see, you have this little bridge right here. This one's kind of collapsed. And you can pretty much build a really good style, base. I built like a compound style base. And it's a really good, it's a pretty big area. You can have water purifiers over here. I have one in the back. I have some corn growing in the back over here. So there's plenty of, area to farm. Really, you can do whatever you want. It's a really, really big area. You can make a little settlement, maybe a little village, anything really like that. Definitely be as creative as you want. You can put maybe fences all around it, some concrete barriers. Like I said, completely up to you. It's a really, really good area. The only thing I've ever had attack me is like maybe, I think it was raiders or blood eagle. No, I think it was blood eagles. But that's pretty much it. It's a really good area, and I haven't had any issues here. I've had actually a lot of people stop here and buy stuff traffic wise, because it is, in the cranberry bog, a little bit harder area. I've never had a nuke go off here, so I've had one go off close, but never on my base. Alright, and with that, that brings us to the end of the video. Like I said, if you found any of those inspiring, you liked any of them, maybe want, me to do something over a new area, just let me know what you want me to do, what kind of locations you want to see resource-wise, another view area, really whatever the case. Just let me know in the comments below, and as always, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.